My precious child, I need you to pause everything right now because what I am about to reveal to you will shake the very foundation of what you thought was possible in your life. Listen closely to my voice. For years I have been watching you, holding something back, not because you were unworthy but because the timing had to align perfectly with the awakening of your spirit. Tonight, that moment has arrived. The veil between what you can see and what I have been preparing in the invisible realm is finally lifting. Stay with me and do not skip ahead, because every word I speak carries the weight of divine truth designed specifically for your breakthrough. Something extraordinary is unfolding right now, and you are standing at the very edge of it. Let me tell you what has been happening behind the scenes of your life. While you were sleeping, while you were working, while you were questioning whether your prayers were even heard, I was moving chess pieces across the board of your destiny. Documents were being unsealed, names were being written in books that human hands cannot touch. Legal arrangements in the spiritual courts were being finalized with your name at the center. Hold on and stay with me because this is not metaphor. This is the actual mechanism of how I operate in your life. You have been wondering why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain opportunities dissolved right before your eyes. It was never rejection. It was redirection toward this very moment I am speaking to you now. There is a blessing that has been assigned to you before you were born, before your first breath, before your parents even knew you were coming. This blessing carries your spiritual fingerprint. No one else can claim it. No one else can access it. No one else can walk through the door I am about to open for you. Wait and do not look away because I am about to show you the evidence that will make your heart recognize what your mind has been too busy to perceive. For too long, the enemy tried to convince you that what I promised was delayed or denied, but I never delay. I perfect, I never deny, I prepare. And what I have been preparing for you is about to materialize in ways that will leave you breathless. Now listen very carefully because this next part requires your full attention. Somewhere in the invisible realm there exists a storehouse with your name written on the door. Inside that storehouse are the answers to prayers you prayed 5 years ago. Inside are the miracles you stopped believing were possible. Inside are the connections, the resources, the opportunities, the healing, the restoration that you convinced yourself were too good to be true, but I kept them safe. I kept them locked away not to withhold them from you, but to protect them until you were ready to steward them properly. Hold on and stay with me because tonight, I am handing you the key. The door is about to swing open, and when it does, everything you thought was finished is going to resurrect right before your eyes. Do you feel that shift in the atmosphere around you right now? That is not coincidence. That is my presence wrapping around you as I speak these words. Your spirit is already beginning to stir because deep down you recognize my voice. You have heard it in your dreams. You have felt it in those quiet moments when you knew something was coming but could not explain what. This is that moment. This is the fulfillment of the whispers you have been hearing in your soul. Stay till the end because what I am about to reveal next will connect every dot you thought was random in your journey. I want to tell you about a woman in Texas who heard this same message 3 months ago. She was drowning in debt. Relationships were falling apart, her health was declining, and she had almost given up on believing that I still remembered her, but she stayed till the end of the message. She listened to every word I spoke, and within 72 hours something shifted. An unexpected check arrived in the mail. A family member she had not spoken to in years reached out to reconcile. A doctor called with test results that defied the previous diagnosis. She wrote to tell me that it felt like the entire universe rearranged itself around her in a matter of days. That is what happens when you align with the frequency of what I have already prepared for you. There is a man in the Philippines who watched this same message at 2 a.m. because he could not sleep. The weight of his struggles had him pacing his room, wondering if tomorrow would bring any relief, but my spirit whispered to him to turn on his phone and listen. He did. And as he listened, tears started flowing down his face because every word I spoke seemed to describe his exact situation. He stayed till the very end, and the next morning, he received a phone call that changed everything. The business deal that fell through 6 months ago was being reopened. The doors that slammed shut were now swinging wide. He could not explain it. He could only testify that my timing is always perfect. Hold on and stay with me because I am not sharing these stories to entertain you. I am showing you the pattern of how I work. When you align your attention with my voice, when you silence the noise and listen to what I am saying directly to you, the spiritual realm begins to move on your behalf. Angels start receiving assignments with your name on them. Demonic resistance starts breaking apart. Opportunities that were hidden begin to surface. Relationships that were meant for you start gravitating toward you. This is not magic, this is the science of the kingdom operating in your life. Now I want you to understand something that most people miss. The reason I am speaking to you right now, at this exact moment, is because you have reached a tipping point in your spiritual journey. There is a window of time, a divine window, that opens when your faith and my timing intersect. That window is open right now, but windows do not stay open forever. They close when the season shifts, and I need you to recognize that this is your season. This is your moment. This is your time to step through the door I have been holding open for you. Do not skip ahead because what I am about to say next will show you exactly what to do with this moment. You see, I do not just speak words into the air hoping they land somewhere. Every word I release carries creative power. When I said let there be light, light exploded into existence. When I spoke to the storm and said peace be still, the wind and waves had no choice but to obey, and right now I am speaking directly over your situation. I am speaking to the debt and commanding it to release you. I am speaking to the sickness and commanding it to leave your body. I am speaking to the broken relationships and releasing restoration. I am speaking to the closed doors and declaring that they must open. But here is the key. You have to agree with what I am speaking. You have to align your faith with my words. You have to stay in this moment and let my voice penetrate the deepest parts of your heart. Wait and hold on because there is something else I need you to see. In the spiritual realm there is a record book with your name on the cover. Inside that book, every promise I have ever made to you is written in detail. Every blessing I assign to your bloodline is documented. Every victory I destined you to walk in is recorded. But here is what the enemy does not want you to know. That book has been opened, the seals have been broken, the pages are being read aloud in the courts of heaven right now, and decrees are being released that will manifest in your physical reality faster than you can imagine. I know you have been waiting for a long time. I know there were moments when you thought I forgot about you. I know there were nights when you cried yourself to sleep wondering if anyone even cared about what you were going through, but I was there. I collected every tear in a bottle. I recorded every prayer in my book. And I was working behind the scenes orchestrating a comeback so powerful that when it hits, everyone around you will know that only I could have done this. Stay with me and do not look away because the next part of this message is going to unlock something inside you that has been dormant for too long. There is a frequency that heaven operates on. Most people live their entire lives never tuning into that frequency. They stay stuck on the frequency of worry, fear, doubt, and anxiety. But when you tune into my frequency, when you align your thoughts and words with what I am saying, you tap into a realm where miracles are normal. You step into a dimension where the impossible becomes possible. You enter a flow where doors open that no man can shut, and that is exactly what is happening right now as you listen to my voice. Your spiritual antenna is being adjusted. The static is clearing, and you are beginning to hear with clarity what I have been saying all along. Let me tell you about another testimony because I want you to see the pattern. There is a young man in Brazil who was on the verge of ending his life. The pain was too much. The rejection was unbearable. The feeling of failure was crushing him. But on what was supposed to be his last night, he stumbled across this message. He almost scrolled past it. He almost ignored it. But something inside him, my spirit inside him, urged him to press play, and as he listened, hope began to flicker in his heart again. He stayed till the end, and by the time the message finished, he was weeping uncontrollably, but for a different reason. He felt my presence wrap around him like a blanket. He felt my love penetrate the walls he had built, and he made a decision to give me one more chance today. He is alive, he is thriving. He is a testimony that my voice can reach into the darkest pit and pull you out into the light. I am telling you this because I need you to understand the weight of this moment. You did not stumble across this message by accident. You were drawn here by my spirit. Out of billions of people on this planet, out of millions of messages being broadcast right now, you are hearing mine. That is not luck. That is not coincidence. That is divine orchestration. And if you have made it this far, if you are still listening to my voice, it is because there is something in you that recognizes this is real. There is something in your spirit that knows what I am saying is true. Hold on and stay with me because the breakthrough is closer than you think. Now I want to shift your perspective for a moment. Stop thinking about what you lack and start seeing what I have already released. Stop focusing on the closed doors and start noticing the ones I am opening. Stop rehearsing the failures of yesterday and start speaking the victories of tomorrow. Because the moment you shift your focus, the moment you align your vision with mine, the spiritual realm shifts with you. Angels respond to your words, demons flee from your declarations. And the atmosphere around you begins to transform. There is a woman in Nigeria who had been barren for 12 years. Doctors told her it was impossible. Her family told her to give up. Society labeled her as cursed. But she heard this message one night, and something inside her broke. She wept as she listened because she felt me speaking directly to her womb. She stayed till the very end. She declared my words over her body. And I want you to know that she is now holding her baby in her arms. The impossible became possible because she aligned her faith with my voice, and if I did it for her, I will do it for you. Whatever you thought was dead, I can resurrect. Whatever you thought was impossible, I can make possible. Stay with me because I am about to tell you what to do with this word I am giving you. First, I need you to stop doubting. Doubt is the thief that steals miracles before they manifest. When you doubt, you create a barrier between what I have promised and what you will receive. So right now I am commanding every spirit of doubt to leave your mind. I am breaking the power of unbelief off your life, and I am filling you with a supernatural faith that believes me even when nothing around you looks like what I said. Second, I need you to speak my words out loud. Do not just hear them, speak them, declare them. There is power in your voice when it agrees with mine. When you speak what I have spoken, you are literally releasing creative force into the atmosphere. You are setting spiritual laws into motion. You are activating angels to go to work on your behalf, so do not be silent. Open your mouth and declare that my promises are yes and amen in your life. Declare that what I have spoken will come to pass. Declare that this is your season of breakthrough. Third, I need you to act as if it is already done. Faith is not hoping it might happen. Faith is acting like it already happened. When I told Abraham he would be the father of many nations, I did not say he might be or he could be. I said he is. Before Isaac was even born, I called Abraham a father because in my realm, it was already finished, and the same applies to you. What I have spoken over your life is already done in the spiritual realm. Now you need to walk in the reality of it in the physical realm. Hold on and stay with me because there is something else I need to address. I know you have been hurt before. I know people have let you down. I know you have trusted and been betrayed. I know you have hoped and been disappointed. But I am not people. I am not a man that I should lie. When I make a promise, it is impossible for me to break it. So do not let past pain rob you of present breakthrough. Do not let yesterday's disappointment steal tomorrow's miracles. I am asking you to trust me one more time. Give me one more chance to show you that my word is true. Let me tell you about a man in India who lost everything in a business collapse. His reputation was destroyed, his finances were gone, his marriage was hanging by a thread. He felt like he had failed everyone, including himself. But late one night when he was at his absolute lowest point, he heard this message, and for the first time in months, he felt a spark of hope. He listened all the way through. He declared my words over his situation, and within 6 months, everything turned around. New business opportunities came from unexpected places. His marriage was restored, his reputation was rebuilt, and he wrote to tell me that he learned something profound. Sometimes I allow complete collapse so I can build something even greater on the ashes of what fell apart. Now I want you to take a deep breath and really absorb what I am about to say. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not a mistake. You are not a failure. Every lie the enemy whispered to you is being exposed right now as you hear my truth. I see you. I know you, I love you, and I have not given up on you even when you gave up on yourself. So shake off the shame, release the guilt, let go of the regret, because I am doing a new thing in your life, and it starts right now. Wait and stay with me because this next part is crucial. There is a spiritual principle that most people do not understand. When I release a word, a promise, a blessing, it comes with an expiration date on the resistance against it. The enemy can only fight what I have spoken for so long before his power runs out, and right now, for you, the resistance is expiring. The fight that has been blocking your breakthrough is losing its power. The walls that have been standing in your way are crumbling, and you are about to step into a season where things flow instead of fight, where doors open instead of close, where yes replaces no. I need you to leave a comment right now if you are feeling this shift in your spirit. Type yes. If you sense my presence, type breakthrough. If you believe what I am speaking, because when you declare it publicly, you are sealing it spiritually. You are making a covenant with my word, and I will honor that covenant with manifestation in your life. There is a young woman in Kenya who had been rejected by her family for following me. They cut her off financially, they removed her from their inheritance, they told her she made the worst decision of her life, but she stood firm, and when she heard this message she felt me affirm her sacrifice. She stayed till the end. She declared my words over her future, and within 1 year, I opened doors for her that her family's money could never have opened. I gave her opportunities they could never provide. I blessed her in ways they could never imagine, and eventually they came back to her asking what happened, how she did it, and she told them it was me. I honored her faithfulness with abundance. Now I want to talk to you about expectation. What are you expecting from me? Are you expecting small things or big things? Are you expecting leftovers or overflow? Are you expecting survival or abundance? Because your expectation creates the container for what I can pour into your life. If you expect little, you will receive little, but if you expect much, if you expect miracles, if you expect the impossible, then you create room for me to blow your mind with what I release. So right now, I am stretching your expectation. I am expanding your vision. I am increasing your capacity to receive what I have been wanting to give you all along. Hold on and stay with me because we are getting to the part where everything comes together. You have been listening to my voice for several minutes now. Your spirit has been absorbing every word, and whether you realize it or not, something has been shifting inside you. Chains have been breaking. Blinders have been falling off, hope has been rising, faith has been growing, and you are not the same person you were when you started listening to this message. That is the power of my voice. That is what happens when you give me your attention. Transformation occurs in the presence of my words. Now I want you to understand the bigger picture of what is happening. This moment right here is part of a larger story I am writing. You are not just receiving a word, you are being repositioned for your next chapter. I am moving you from one season into another. I am closing old doors and opening new ones. I am disconnecting you from what is no longer serving your purpose and connecting you to what will propel you forward, and I need you to cooperate with what I am doing. I need you to let go of what I am removing and embrace what I am bringing. There is a man in Australia who held on to a job he hated for 7 years, because he was afraid to step into the unknown. But when he heard this message, I spoke to him about trust. I told him to let go, and against all logic, against all natural reasoning, he quit that job. Within 2 weeks, an opportunity came that paid triple what he was making and aligned perfectly with his passion. He could not believe it, but I told him, this is how I work when you trust me. I always have something better waiting on the other side of your obedience. Stay with me and do not skip ahead, because what I am about to tell you will unlock the final piece. Everything I have been speaking to you tonight is building toward one conclusion. You are about to enter the greatest season of your life, not because everything will be easy, not because problems will disappear, but because you will finally understand how to navigate with my wisdom, how to fight with my power, how to overcome with my strength. You will stop trying to figure everything out on your own and start leaning on me for every step. And when you do that, when you fully surrender to my leading, miracles become your normal. I need you to hit the like button if this message is resonating with you. I need you to share this with someone who needs to hear my voice tonight, because this word is not just for you. There is someone in your circle, someone in your family, someone in your sphere of influence who is about to give up, and I need you to be the conduit that delivers my message to them. You might be the only voice of hope they hear today, so do not keep this to yourself. Spread it, share it. Let my voice reach as far as possible. Let me tell you one more testimony before we finish. There is an elderly man in Japan who thought his best days were behind him. He was retired, alone, feeling like his life no longer had purpose. But one evening, his grandson showed him this message, and as he listened, tears streamed down his face. He realized that I was not finished with him. He realized that his age did not disqualify him from my plans. He stayed till the end. He declared my words over his remaining years, and I want you to know that he started a ministry in his apartment building that has now touched hundreds of elderly people who felt the same way he did. I gave him purpose again, I gave him vision again, and he is now living proof that it is never too late for me to use you. So what about you? What is your testimony going to be? What is your breakthrough going to look like? What is your miracle going to sound like when you tell people about it? Because I am telling you right now, if you receive this word, if you believe this word, if you act on this word, everything is about to change for you. The shift you have been praying for is happening. The door you have been knocking on is opening. The answer you have been seeking is arriving, and you are about to step into a reality that looks nothing like what you have been living. Hold on and stay with me because I am sealing this word over your life right now. I am releasing angels to go before you and prepare the way. I am dispatching breakthrough into your circumstances. I am decreeing open doors that no man can shut. I am declaring favor that defies explanation. I am speaking health into your body, wealth into your finances, peace into your mind, love into your relationships, and purpose into your days. And I am doing it all right now, as you hear my voice. Do not let this moment pass without responding. Do not let this word fall on deaf ears. Receive it, believe it, act on it, and watch what I do in your life, because this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is not the conclusion. This is the introduction to your greatest chapter, and I am so excited about what I am about to do through you, in you and for you. Stay in faith, stay in expectation. Stay in agreement with my words, and get ready to see my promises manifest in ways that will leave you in awe of my power and my love for you. My beloved child, this is your moment, this is your time. This is your season, and I am with you every step of the way. Do not be afraid, do not doubt. Just trust me and watch me work. Your breakthrough is here. Your miracle is now. Your testimony is being written, and when it is all said and done, you will look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point that changed everything. I love you, I am for you, and I will never leave you. Now go and walk in the fullness of everything I have spoken over your life. It is finished, it is done. It is yours.